Hello, my name is Peter Phelps, and in this FreeCAD 018 video, we're going to model a stool. This is a stool that I made back in junior high. All the dimensions come from it and have been converted into metric for work in FreeCAD. So basically we're going to do a multi-video lesson where I build each of these parts, the top, the brace, and then the legs. So I also have a list of dimensions and coordinates that we'll need for building this. Both files will be linked to in the description below. So let's go ahead and go on into FreeCAD. We're going to have a new document. I'm in Part Design Workbench. I'm going to create a sketch, XY plane, say OK, and I'm going to zoom out here quite a bit, and then move over a bit. So we're going to create a box, and we don't want to pin it to the axes yet. We will later. And we're going to just then hit escape, and then we want to set the dimensions 234.95, say OK, click this one. This is 558.8. Say OK. Drag it over here. Zoom out a little more. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to fillet the four corners. And then I hit escape to get out of that. And we want to make sure we keep the same dimensions. So 234.95. What's interesting is I don't have to click, oops, not the line. I don't have to click I used to hold Control and click to be able to do this. That way we keep the same dimensions when we change the radius. Now I'm clicking one of the fillets, and we're going to put 25.4 into that fillet radius. Now evidently once you change this one, it automatically changed this one. So you don't have to create. Before I would click all three of the other corners and tell it that they need to be equal. I'm clicking the bottom one that was switched. I'm clicking this one, and then I'm going to tell it to be equal. Huh. Okay. It didn't change this one. Okay. Undo that one. I'm going to click all of them. Say equal, but then it's going to probably tell me I've redundant. No. It does not say I've redundant. I did this earlier and it told me I had 2 redundant constraints. I don't know why. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is click this one and pin it to it. Click this one and pin it to it. Now I've got a fully constrained sketch, and I'll click close and zoom out so I can show you. Now, one person was getting upset at me for not staying within part design when I did my last video. One of the things I don't like about the sketch thing after 017 is that the sketches get pinned directly to, I can no longer move them in any direction in here for the positions. It's stuck right onto the plane permanently. So if you want to move the part around, you're going to want to extrude this out. For this, I'm going to stake in it because I'm getting that type of feedback. What I'm going to do next is I'll pad it, and we want to pad 38.1 millimeters. Say okay. Then I'm going to control click, select the top of it. And I'm going to fillet that. This time we want half an inch, so that is this 12.7 up here. Say okay. Now what we're going to do is try to create some sketches to pocket the holes for the dowels. So I'm going to flip over to the bottom. I'm going to select the bottom. I'm going to say create a sketch. And we're going to be making a whole series of circles on this. So I'm going to come over here. Now the reason I don't just put in a circle and make a linear array, is because these need to be kind of spaced out differently. The two at the ends have to be like a ½ inch away from the ends, but then this one I want right in the middle, and these all want about 2 inches away from each other. So that was part of why I made the list of coordinates to work with. So, but for right now, I'm going to hit escape. And the reason I'm doing, I need more holes than just this. The reason I'm doing it in separate parts is I may want to be able to take these sketches, copy them, and paste them into the other parts that we're working with, so that we're not having to recreate the same geometry later. Now all of these are going to be this 3.175 radius. So we'll go over here, click this one, go to the 3.175, say OK. Then I'm going to click the rest of them. Well, I need to re-click this one, so I select it. I'm going to, so I don't even have to hold control anymore. Select these, make them all equal. Okay, so I must have hit the middle. Yeah. I'm sorry. So I changed them all to the same size. Which means we'll have to zoom in to click the centers later. Now, what I could do is I could sit here and I could give you a bunch of dimensions back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But it might be better to create a geometry line. So if I take a line, I pin it to this, I can come across here. Alright. What we can do is we can use that as a guideline for where they're all supposed to be, and basically take this number here. Am I still in line? Oops, escape. I'm still in the line till sorry. Just jumped out of the sketch. Okay. I can take this one, select this line, give it the number we just copied, copy, paste it in there, and then we're going to turn this one into a geometry line by clicking this. That way that line is not part of the actual sketch or the result of the sketch. Then we can come over and just pin all these to the geometry line. Conflicting constraints, why? I don't want this one. It created that on its own because it was too close to the line, and it moved the line to it. Basically this just sets their centers all into the middle of the board. And if we set this to the same length as the board, this 558.8, and what this, then we can use this to create the lengths. Now for the end we want it to only be in about 1/2 inch, so that is the same as the radius, 12.7. And zoom it out. Move this dimension down. And we're going to do the same thing to this. 0.7. Say okay. And now we want this one to be in the center of that line. So we're going to put that at the half of the length. And sorry. So if you took the 279.4 and divided that in half, we'd have about where we want the other two. And I didn't write that down. Not that game. Okay. And so from this to here, say okay. This one to here. Okay. Now we've got our fully constrained sketch. Everything's, say close. And I'm going to rename that sketch. Brace holes. That way I can remember when I come back to it later what it is, and we're going to pocket that sketch, and it will be 13 millimeters. Basically I'm rounding up to 25.4 1 inch, giving the holes a little more space. So basically this only goes in 13 millimeters, and it gives us a space for the glue that will be applied. So I'll say okay. And then what I'm going to do is create another sketch, same plane. And I'm going to create another line for this. This time I'm going to go this way, down. And we're going to put that, we're going to set that one so that it is the same 234.95 millimeters. I hit escape so I get a line. 234.95. We're going to make that line a construction line, and what we're going to do is we're going to create 4 circles on that line. And hit escape. it's 3.175, yeah. Good radius 3.175. Say okay. Zoom in a little. Click the one. Control. Well, I don't even need to hold control anymore. And we're going to make those equal. And let's see. We want to use this as the X position, so 44.45 is how far. Is how far the line will be from this. So control clicking, I click the axis, control click that, and control E, say okay. And then we'll use the other figures, the 4905. That'll be from here. Whoops, not the line. The dot to the center of this one. Control V. It's okay. And then we will be clicking this one. Control clicking the center here. Giving it dimension 2, and that will be this 81.125. So okay, and then we'll do the same thing pretty much to the other end of it. We'll just click this, control that one, it's okay, and then control click, paste that number in, it's okay. And we'll go ahead and close that. It's now a fully constrained sketch. We're going to pocket that 13 millimeters. Say okay. I'm going to go into the sketch and change his name. And I'm going to call that leg holes, so I remember what it was. Now, let's see. Can I copy the sketch? Because I did not create this on the origin where the axes go through, I can't just take this and say, okay, please array this over to the next side. I can't mirror it. I can't just mirror it onto there. I could probably try to do a linear array, a 2, and then I just got to come up with a number for the spacing. Let's see. It would end up being, I believe, I'll come over here. You take the 558.8, subtract the 44.5 twice probably. Give me the right number. Let's see. That's the wrong one. Copy that number. Let's see if I can do click this. Do a linear array. Let's see, change the length to that number that I'm talking about. And there we go. We've got our line of pockets, holes on the other side for the other leg. And I'm not sure you can really see the holes too much there. That's basically the top part. I'm going to go File, Save, wood stool top. Save that. And then in the next video we'll do the brace, this middle brace, and then the next video I'll do the legs. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.